Hey, this is Greg McIntyre with McIntyre Elder Law, where we helping seniors protect their assets and legacies. And I'm here from Tampa, Florida. I've been down here with an Elder Council boot camp style advanced planning and strategy and Elder Law Immersion boot camp. I met my friend, fellow attorney Mario down here, Mario Correa. That's with Correa Law Firm in Chicago. Mario from Chicago, so you know, and the topic kind of this blogcast is how to choose wisely or choosing wisely, Grasshopper. Why elder law planning is important and education is important and choosing the right attorney is so important. Why is it important? I mean, just looking at kind of what I learned down here, it's simply getting the education that I've gotten down here is a great value in itself. If I'm just showing up, if I'm just getting the education that's put out, that's one thing. But that's really a minor part of what we're doing. We're staying up on changes on federal and state laws. This is a complicated area of law. It changes all the time. The Fed regs change all the time. State Medicaid laws change all the time. And tax laws and trust rules, things of that nature, and things that Mario probably knows a heck of a lot more about than I do, just because I think he's been doing it a little longer, and we'll talk about that in a second. So staying up on those changes, learning cutting-edge tools and strategies to use, so new developments, new types of trust, revocable trust. Got a lot of other posts on revocable trust. Look at them. Trusts are not that complicated on the surface. Just check that out. And then, communing with other leaders from around the country, other leading attorneys from around the country who really know their stuff. I mean, and getting out of my box in Shelby and the Charlotte area, North Carolina, and getting out there and seeing what other people from around the country. The country's a big country, what they're doing. So that's so important to educate yourself. In any profession, but also if you're searching for an attorney. You want somebody who's getting out of the box, who's not just confining themselves, not dabbling. Do not dabble in this area or in any area of law, in my opinion. Okay, and I think any good attorney would tell you that. So in any area that you're looking at hiring an attorney for. So one of the greatest benefits is what I'm doing right now is talking to other attorneys. And just talking to them outside of the classroom setting, which is, kind of masterminding with them, or just, talking about different ideas, kicking things around, how to solve problems for a specific client or different scenarios that we can go through, how to be a better lawyer, how to run a better practice, things like that. So these things are extremely beneficial, and how to keep those relationships up so I can go to that well again and have a bevy of, excellent leaders in their field around the country to solve any problem that comes my way, to crush any problem that comes our way, whether I know it or I've seen it before or not. Okay, I'm going to have a deep bench. And some of you have heard me say that before. I have a really deep bench that I can go to with the groups that I'm involved in, and that's the benefit of these types of conferences and being involved in national groups in a specific area of law. So, Mario, what's up, man?
Oh, nothing much.
Doing okay?
Great time.
Yeah.
Real pleasure meeting you, Greg.
Well, first, it was great to meet you too, man. I really have enjoyed talking to you. You have a great attitude. You're really excited about the practice of estate planning and elder law. And where do you practice?
Well, the location I practice in just outside the Loop. I have a Loop office in Chicago, Illinois. As far as the physical location, as far as the area I practice estate and trust work. I've done that for about 15 or 17 years now.
Okay.
Before becoming an attorney.
And you practice at a larger firm, right?
I did at the beginning. I did practice at a larger firm. One of the Chicago's top 25 law firms.
Wow. So you're a CPA.
CPA.
Certified public accountant. Okay. I've got an MBA, but never took my CPA. Okay.
Right.
And man, I thought about doing it, but that's a lot of hours put in studying for that. Well, I'm also practicing as an attorney, so that's commendable. I applaud you for doing that.
Thank you.
Work for a top 25 law firm in Chicago. What's the temperature in Chicago right now?
Oh gosh, I'd be surprised if we're above 30.
And you got on short sleeves today in Tampa.
That's right. I really appreciate the opportunity to come learn out here.
Sure. And what's the largest estate you ever planned for?
Largest estate, I did a small piece on, not on my own, but as part of the team. It was about $100 million.
It's a lot of money.
That was a lot of money.
A large estate.
A state like that, what you do is you throw a bunch of ideas at it.
Okay.
And you just do, it's not one estate plan, you know,
Right.
It's like multiple plans,
So it's a multi-phase plan.
It's a multi-phase plan.
Lots
and
of
you're coming
buckets,
up, lots of ways you're trying to suppress value. Because the whole thing is the federal estate planning system is based on value. And it's not like a property tax, that'd be unconstitutional. The federal government's not allowed to do a property tax.
Right.
So it can't just value the assets. It's a transfer tax. So it's actually the ability to transfer assets from one individual to another, which makes it which opens up a lot of loopholes.
Okay.
The way it opens up loopholes is, disappearing value. Value disappears when you have a minority interest. And I'm working with a client now that's very affluent, and we're kind of looking through structures.
Okay.
And what happens is, the way I explain it to my clients is, if you have a $100,000 company, how much is a 2% interest worth? Maybe you'll say, okay, $100,000, 2% is $2,000. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you're the 49% shareholder of that company,
Okay.
how much is 2% worth? Now you're 51 and I'm 49. I'd pay a lot more than $2,000 to get control of that company.
Right.
Right? I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, you're going to uphold.
Yes.
And if we're working together and you're the owner, you have control.
Yes.
You can fire me.
Yes.
And you're a 51% shareholder.
Yes.
And that are you gonna sell me your 2% for $2,000?
No. That's going to be worth a lot more than that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And conversely, when I'm doing estate planning strategies, if I give away those 2%,
Right.
while it might be worth a lot more, it can't be worth infinitely more. And we get those owners down to 49%,
Right.
and get those 2% disseminated among family members,
Right.
and then we suppress substantial amounts of value. Those are called minority discounts and lack of control discounts.
Wow. So advanced strategies.
Those are advanced
and those large. So if you have an estate that is any size, okay, but definitely, or $100 million estate, okay, call Mario, okay. If you call me and I'll hook you up with Mario, okay. Thanks Mario. What about the seminar? Do you think it's important to have education, to keep up on education in the area, in any area of law, specifically estate planning?
I think elder law, this is the new frontier. This is really where the value is. And this is why I'm here, and I'm not doing these large estate, not focusing on these large estates, because I think that here's the value. This is where you get to bring those techniques that you learn from other estates and bring a lot of value to people, because that's the exposure. It's called asset protection planning. Okay, it's getting the most out of your money, to protect yourself, to protect your loved ones. And here we're learning the best ways to do it. And we're looking at it nationally. I'm learning a lot of stuff from people from Maine. It's so different than just going to your local bar association,
Sure.
isn't it?
Marty is from Maine. Marty from Maine is he's just a really paramount, seminal figure.
Well, he's a former chemical engineer.
Yeah.
Whose mother had to go to a nursing home, and he had become a lawyer,
Right.
and his whole life focus changed once he saw how horrible.
So he has a personal connection, passion,
and
the technical abilities to plan.
Because you feel like, and I've had this happen to me with my wife's family, and you just feel so vulnerable in those moments when you're at the nursing home and you don't know which way to turn.
I understand. I mean, I had a grandfather, and anybody who's been around me or been to a seminar or heard me talk, who spent over 10 years in an assisted living facility, and literally lost the farm, a local farm, and that I might be hanging out at when I leave Tampa, going back to the farm. But so part of our strategy is to save the farm, for our clients. So I agree. I think it's an important area of law. So did you think it was a good seminar?
Oh, it was terrific. Okay. Learned a lot. Can't wait to implement a lot of these ideas.
What's your most important takeaway? What do you think is the most important thing that you learned at the seminar?
I think the crisis. No. The crisis planning. I didn't realize if you have these advanced techniques
Right.
that you can come in last minute and save the family half, if not more, of their assets. That if they had not called you, would have all gone away.
Would have gone
Disappeared
to
the government.
To the government. That's correct.
So
I call it beat the odds. Don't let the government take it all.
now, the advanced planning is the best, right?
Right.
I mean,
Advanced planning.
it's like
5
preventative
years
medicine.
out.
Like preventative medicine,
I should let you know that Steve is starting.
Okay. We'll be right there. Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, and thought it was an awesome seminar as well. My most important takeaway was really how to use strategies in combination. So Medicaid asset protection trust, as well as irrevocable trust, and in combination with maybe Medicaid, some annuity, advanced financial products, things of that nature. So just wrapping it up, Mario, it's great to see you. I hope we stay in touch.
Absolutely.
And I think education is extremely important for your attorney and for yourself when you're planning to save your hard-earned money and profit, okay, that you work for your entire life. So I'm Greg McIntyre Elder Law, where we help seniors protect their assets and legacies. Thank you.